Hey folks, this is Shane here, and my wife Amy is here with me, and we are sightless carnivores. And welcome to our channel. This is our journey to health and wellness, and we're very excited because we've been doing carnivore now for, well, let's see,
Tomorrow, 2 months.
well, no,
No,
today
today.
today it was 2 months. Yeah.
Today.
So today was 2 months, and except for me being just a little bit on the sleepy side this evening because I just got off work. But other than that, we feel great. We've never felt better in our entire lives, and we'll explain that in more detail upcoming. So, um, first of all, my name is Shane, and I am from Houston, Texas. We're now living in Conroe at this point in time, and I was born premature by, let's see, my mom was 5 months and 3 weeks pregnant when she had me, and I was not expected to live at birth. Doctors told my mom I wouldn't live 10 minutes, and if I lived at all, I'd be a complete vegetable. So God evidently had some sort of plan for my life. And interesting thing, the doctors told my mom that they didn't want me to, they didn't want her to hold me because they were afraid of her getting too attached to me because they were so afraid I wouldn't make it. And my mom said, I don't care if he lives 10 minutes or 10 seconds or whatever, I expect to hold him. And so they put me on her chest, and the rest, as I say, is history. Um, so my main disabilities really are total blindness, and I do have cerebral palsy, which means I'm in a chair most of the time. But I can still move around and be independent, and my wife Amy and I here are both extremely independent, and we both live independent lives and live on our own and all this kind of sort of stuff. And so I have always had, well, when I was a kid, I struggled with weight and did all the exercising and all that other sort of crap that, they say you're supposed to do in order to lose weight. And I don't think it was working. I think what happened was I just sort of grew up and my metabolism changed. And so I lost the weight and grew up to be a decent young man, I would have to say. At least I would like to think so, anyway. And I went through high school and college, and then while I was still in college, the weight started coming back, and so we I went on Atkins back in '97, I think it was, and did that whole thing for a couple of years, and then fell off and on, or on and off the wagon, and so just kind of yo-yoed for a while between Atkins and eating crap, um, and when I say crap, I mean sugary foods, processed stuff, and just just the SAD standard American diet. And so um, fast forward to say 20 2010, 2011, I tried to eat low carb and keto and all that sort of stuff, and it just wasn't happening. And um, and then 2012, when Amy and I got together, she came to see me here in Houston, and we tried a number of things. We tried a couple of different meal type of plans where we we ate supposedly unprocessed foods, and it was all natural and all this. And the first one, the food was real bland and just totally flavorless. And the second thing we tried was Dinner Dude, and it was I mean, the food there was just scrumptious. I mean, absolutely delicious. And but it got too expensive, so we had to drop it. And we just sort of, from there tried a whole bunch of different things. We even tried, God forbid, we tried the vegan thing for a little bit. And, and we thought we had to because, we saw a bunch of videos and stuff. And so we thought that was going to be the way to go. We tried it for a while and it worked. And then we
Fell off the
again
wagon.
felt kept there's something about falling off the wagon here, um and so we continued on and off from about 2016 up until a couple of months ago, on and off doing low carb keto, totally falling
Crap.
off totally falling off the wagon and eating crap, and just you know things were not what we needed for them to be. Okay, because um, I felt miserable. I had pains in my legs, because of the CP and muscles and stuff like that. And thank goodness, being on carnivore, most of that, I would say probably about 95% of it is gone. Um,
Sleep apnea.
I had really bad sleep apnea. It is completely gone. Um, um, and I can't think of anything else off the top of my head. But
Restless leg.
uh, I have the restless leg is mostly gone, but I still have that sometimes at night when I'm trying to sleep. But it like I said, it's mostly gone. But we just feel overall better about things, and so that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. And now here's Amy.
Well, I guess mine probably about the second, third grade is when I probably started gaining a lot of weight. Um, by sixth grade, it was totally horrible. Um, and let's see. I forgot what I said last time.
Just start over.
Let's see. By 1997 is probably about the time that I became type 2 diabetic, or that I found out that I was. I probably was diabetic way before then, but, and by 98 or 99, I started having really bad eye problems. I had already wore glasses, but I had went and they checked my eyes, and I got stronger prescriptions, and 6 months had went by, and when I went back, I was being sent to a specialist and for detached retina. Started in my left eye and had 2 or 3 surgeries, and then I was living in Tennessee at the time and ended up having to go back home to Odessa, Texas, and almost immediately had to start seeing a specialist there, and I was in surgery probably seemed like every week. Um, they were working on one eye or the other, and with my right eye, I had totally lost vision, and they was able to get some of it back, but due to glaucoma, I ended up losing it again. So as of right now, all I see is just a little light sometimes. Just depends. So, um, like he was saying, we do everything that a sighted person would do except for drive, basically.
And as far as the computer goes, anything that does not involve graphics, or pictures or anything like that,
Yeah.
that you have to be able to see in order to be able to work with. But
Yeah, well,
uh,
it talks for us.
yeah, our computers talk to us and give us verbal feedback, and our phones do also.
Yep.
So we're able to use the phones independently. And anyway, I'm gonna.
And it's about 2003. Well, 2002, I had totally. That's about when the glaucoma started taking over. So 2003, I went to Austin, Texas, to Chris Cole for the School for the Blind, and because the one thing that wasn't going to be taken from me is cooking and being able to do things on the computer, because that was just everything to me. And so I learned cooking and braille, and which I'm not so good at. You just learn all your basic things that you need to live, and
As a blind person.
right. And so fast forward to 2012 is when I met Shane, and I think it was about 2013 is when we kind of started all of that, ordering the food and stuff. I was at 296 pounds at that point, and after I started losing from eating differently, there was no way that I was getting back up to that weight again. And so lost, I think I had got down to, I think it was about 230 something or something like that,
220 maybe.
or 227 before the wedding.
We got married in 2013.
Yeah. So I had got down to 230 something, like 237, I think, or it might have been 227. But of course, we fell off the wagon, and then we went on a cruise and ate everything you possibly could want.
Yeah, this is our honeymoon cruise.
So
Went on another cruise about a year later and did
yeah,
the same thing.
yeah. And then, of course, like he was saying, we did the vegan thing, and we gave up all processed foods, and of course, at that point, we were still doing Splenda and coffee creamer and all that, but we had gave up pretty much all processed foods and sugar. And actually, at that point, we had kicked the diet drinks, and we were feeling pretty good. But then something happened, and we went out to eat, and we just blew it all and didn't get back to what we needed to be doing. And so that was about 2016, 17. And we didn't really eat healthy, really, again, totally, until just recently, 2 months ago. when we gave up all sugar and processed foods, and
We're just eating meat.
pretty much, yep.
Pretty much just eating meat and drinking water and
The element
the
drinks.
element drinks, which those are excellent, by the way. If you ever suffer from a lack of electrolytes, those element drinks are absolutely awesome.
Yeah.
We learned about those from Dr. Ken Berry. And there are, for those who don't know, there are at least 4 doctors or 5 doctors that we know of that really inspired us to start this carnivore journey. Of course, Dr. Ken Berry, Dr. Anthony Chaffee, however you want to pronounce his last name, Dr. Sean Baker, Dr. Robert Kiltz. He's more of a what I would call a lady doctor, okay? But he is real big into carnivore. And there's also a Dr. Tony Hampton out of Chicago somewhere that's also a real big proponent of the carnivore lifestyle. It's not really a diet because diet is too much of a negative word. So the carnivore is a lifestyle. So um, let's see. I think
And as far as me, type 2 diabetic, blood sugars are coming down from way from where they were. And I was having lots of bathroom issues. If we, it's just been really hard to go anywhere not knowing if, I was going to be okay. And, even when we did go somewhere and we had to go to the airport or, I was taking Imodium and just to make sure that I wouldn't have to find a bathroom. And the one thing that horrified me was I didn't realize that I had lost a lot of the strength in my legs when we went to a conference and I was having to walk. I didn't think I was going to make it to where we were going. And let's don't even talk about trying to get in to the back seat of the van. That was just horrifying, not being able to do that. And I didn't realize that things had gotten that out of hand. So I do know that, a lot of things are better eating this way. All of my itching is gone. I was having that. That was gone within maybe 2 or 3 days. And a lot of other things are a whole lot better. And there's no way we'd go back to eating any of the other stuff.
no, the carnivore way is the way to go.
Yeah.
I don't care what anybody tries to tell anybody else. Folks, you're going to have naysayers. You're going to have especially family members that are going to think you're absolutely nuts and off your rocker and what have you. But I'm telling you, we have never felt better in our entire lives. And please don't misunderstand us. We're not doctors. We don't know everything, but we know how we feel and we know the road that we need to be traveling down, so to speak, to make it happen for us. So lots of beef, bacon, butter, and eggs, as Dr. Ken Berry would say.
Yep.
And Dr. Berry and his wife, Nisha, are excellent people. We haven't met them yet, but we're hoping to. It'd be really cool if we got to go on that next low-carb cruise. And I'm sure it'll be sometime next year, but we just don't know yet when. But anyway, I think, let's see, I don't have anything else. Do you?
No.
Okay, well, we're going to wrap this up then. And this is, you'll be hearing and seeing more from us in the days and weeks to come. I want to mention Carrie from Homestead How. We're supposed to be doing an interview thing with him tomorrow.
Did you say
So,
Carrie?
yeah, Carrie,
Yeah.
Homestead How. And there's also a gentleman named Bill Knott. And for those that haven't, you might want to subscribe to his channel. He's got a great story. And so,
Rod.
and Rod Bland out of Australia, he's actually been helping us a little bit with our, with getting things ready, for our camera and stuff like that. And um, so, I mean, the people, Rod's been an absolute godsend.
Yes.
And so,
He says live strong.
yeah. And his channel is Stay Strong, Live Long.
Yeah, that's it.
Or Live Long, Stay Strong, something like that. Find it on YouTube. It's there. So, but we're going to get out of here for right now. Maybe eat some burgers. And hope everybody has a great evening. And everybody take care. Be safe. God bless.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.